Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. We have a super fun one today. This is Wildman #2 from Megaton Comics by Grass Green. Such an amazing, fun comic book. Cannot wait to share it with you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. Okay, so when I started working on the Big Bang anthology coming soon, Gary Carlson sent me a bunch of comics. Old Megaton comics and Big Bang comics, and Wildman #2 was in the pile, and it's amazing. And Grass Green is the creator of this book. He's since passed. I see his name pop up in Big Bang every now and then, and I can tell he was really beloved by Big Bang and Gary Carlson, and sorely missed. And after reading this comic book, what a loss. What a great talent. So good. This book is so much fun. Wildman Rubber Boy and Xal-Kor The Human Cat. It is very, very slapstick, very humorous, very cartoony, very over the top. Very interesting too. It's mostly written by Grass Green, the creator. But we have inks from Howard Keltner, which I found very interesting because he is the creator of Dr. Weird. And this comic book is Plastic Man, very funny, very cartoony, over the top. And Dr. Weird is very esoteric, strange, sort of mystic kind of stuff. This character has one of the best names in comic books. I'm not even going to spoil it. You're going to have to wait until she appears in the book to learn her name because it is such a good one. Anyway, I just really love the humor in this comic book. With a name like Grass Green, I expected this to be very hippie and very over the top with maybe a lot of pot jokes or something, but not at all, not at all. It's interesting because it's a grand mix of very deep roots, underground indie comics, but the superheroes are very Silver Age, Golden Age. So it's kind of very fitting in the Megaton slash Big Bang world. I love it too. I don't know, just the pacing in the story. I love the way that the story is written. It's just so much fun. This alien just comes out of the sky. Also love that this issue is so old. It's from 1987. The pages are brown. It cracks when I turn them, and this is a well-loved comic book, and I love that. What else is going on? Okay, so this alien falls out of the sky, and I love that. I love when there's aliens from other planets, but they look completely human. I mean, this outfit could have been definitely, I don't know, maybe a decade later, earlier. And then using sort of Earth type slang and stuff. So he flips them out of their convertible, which I love that they let it get this far. He's totally roughing them up, drops them to the ground, and then they're do you think Wildman and Rubber Boy should intervene? And yeah, I think so. He pretty much mops the floor with them right out the gate, which I love it because, like I said, this is very underground, very humorous, but it also is very beholden to traditional comic books in a way, story-wise, layout, and things like that. Just the little tropes that keep popping up just crack me up. They're a little self-referential. It's a little breaking the fourth wall. I feel this predates She-Hulk, which arguably is sort of made that popular in comics. I know everyone wants to give credit to Deadpool, but he didn't invent it, y'all. These aliens are fun. I love this character, Wildman. I love this cover. It's so much fun. I love their designs. I love this Xal-Kor Human Cat. Interesting story in the back with him. I am not 100% sure what the hell is going on with Wildman's plume coming out of the top of his head. What is that? It doesn't really look like hair. It looks like it sort of has weight to it. I'm not sure. So feel free to leave in the comments if y'all know what's up with Wildman's hair. I'd appreciate it. Let's see. Inks by Howard Keltner. Isn't that just crazy? Love this great use of zipatone here. Another trope. See. Oh, this is so funny. Like, he's just distracted by cake and has to eat this piece of cake. And spoilers, it makes him lose his rubber boy powers. And rather than being, like, sympathetic to the situation, Wildman pretty much immediately dumps him as his sidekick, which I love. I think it's hilarious. Like, there are so many things that this has been a revelation in the fact that this is 40 years old and there's like some really fresh hot takes in here that are like freaking amazing, that just like made me laugh out loud, that still hold to this day, that just seems so clever and genius. Even to this day, they still work in the context that they are done. And I think that is a true testament to the talent of Mr. Grassgreen. And not only does he like say you're not my sidekick anymore, he makes him give back the uniform and shames him by walking back to wherever in his freaking underwear. Hilarious, right? And then come to find out he has this old partner, Pyro Tyro. And he's like, I'm coming back. And this is what I love too. This is sort of like the slice of life, sort of realistic. And the humor in here is akin to Don Simpson's Megaton Man in a way. Like, just like the style of humor, how they sort of make fun of themselves, but they're still self-assured at the same time. It's kind of weird, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It sounds like I don't even know what I'm saying. But then, like, he like, I want to be your sidekick again. I heard Rubber Boy lost his powers. And he's like, no way, you're a huge liability. I'm still paying for the damage you did. I think that that is really funny. You know, so that sort of makes it, you know, it's funny because speaking of Don Simpson, like if you've read his Bizarre Heroes or anything, like everyone wants to give credit to like, you know, Dark Knight and Watchmen for being like real superheroes. I feel like this and like the Bizarre Heroes are the real superheroes, the ones who, you know, I don't know, have mundane situations and just like, I don't know, seem to have like real life experience in a way. Let's see, who is this happening here? I love this is him charging the person he rescued for like what it costs to do it. Like, so funny. I just love it. Like, there's so many great things. And then they're gonna get sued. Like, I think they're getting in trouble for being sued for vigilantism, extreme vigilantism, if that's a word. There's a lot of like new words in here that are really fun. So they have to go through like the legal beagle of getting like legitimized and everything like that. And so they're bringing their forms and they're like, she's like, sorry, close, 5 o'clock. You have to bring the form back tomorrow. And then instant karma, she gets mugged outside and they won't rescue her because it's after 5 o'clock. Hilarious. Love that. I love a good hero who is willing to, you know, not fight crime just to make their point. It's so interesting too because I wish I knew more about this. Like, this is number 2, so was there a number 1? How far did it go? Does it mean Megaton Comics was number 1? Was number 1 something different? Because I feel like, I don't know, where did it go? How did it exist beyond this? I need to do some post research, I guess, y'all. I know you're thinking, why didn't I do it before? But whatever. Anyway, here is the moment I have been promising. One of the best names in comic book dim here, Rubberella. I love that so much. It's Rubber Boy's big sister, Rubberella. Hilarious. I have to say, I'm not sure who the letterer is here, but I really like the lettering as well. My little brother. I don't know. There's just like a lot of funny cartoon moments. And then just when you thought that Grassgreen was like a one-trick pony, which I didn't think, by the way, he pulls out this great Wildman Xal-Kor Human Cat story, which is so like awesome, like golden age, silver age, like perfect. Like, there are just so many tropes in here that are so great. Like, he's having this dream. He gets a call that his secretary is being held hostage. He drives to go rescue her. I love. And of course, You know, they both wind up being like, you know, held hostage or whatever. Also, I forgot to mention, like, very much, but now I'm reminded as I get to the more serious, like, straight sort of superhero aspect of the book, very much seems influenced by Steve Ditko. Like, I felt like a lot of Ditkoism in here, especially with this transformation for some reason. This character seems like it would be a perfect Ditko character, but even arguably like Wildman and Rubber Boy as well, right? So I'm not sure about that. But of course, it's resolved. It's amazing. It's wonderful. This is like such a great comic book. What a treasure. Like, if you guys ever come across this, I think it's pretty hard to find. I think it's very rare. So know that it is a treasure for sure. And here's an ad for Chris Ecker's Ram. And how triggeringly gross is his head. It looks like somebody like smashed it with like one of those whack-a-mole mallets or something. And it's a little foreskinny. I don't know. Anyway, but what a horrible way to end the video. Last Megaton Volume 2. So I don't know what was going on with Megaton at the time, but you know, this is like very early in the Megaton sort of Big Bang universe, and it is such a treasure. What a great comic book. Tribute to Grass Green, Wildman Rubber Boy, and Xal-Kor The Human Cat. Such a great book. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I'll bring you more soon.